Next process, distillation. By this method, we can separate the liquid component from the homogeneous solid liquid mixture by heating. So by heating, the liquid component will change into the vapor form, and with the help of the condenser, we can change into the pure liquid form. So here example we can take tap water. Because we know that here in the tap water different type of solid components are present, and by this method we can separate the pure water from the tap water. So we can understand by seeing this figure of this method. So here first of all we will take one distillation flask. So distillation flask cylindrical shape like in this manner. So this is the cylindrical shape distillation flask, and here beside this you will take one thermometer, and here one delivery tube. So here this is the distillation flask. We will take here tap water and we will heat this tap water, and we know that here water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. So we will give the temperature here. We will heat. By heating, the temperature will rise here, and here one thermometer is kept, and this thermometer represent the temperature. So here we will give the temperature. We will give the temperature more than 100 degrees Celsius, because here some solid substance are also present. So by heating this, the liquid, this water will change into the vapor form. So here we will give the temperature little bit more than the 100 degrees Celsius. Then all the molecules of the water will change into the vapor form, and these vapor of the water will pass from this delivery tube in the vapor form. The water will pass from this delivery tube, and here one condenser present here. One condenser. So this condenser condenses the vapor of the liquid into the pure liquid form. So here vapor of the water, this will change into the pure liquid water. So here with the help of the condenser, the vapor of the water will change into the liquid of the water. So here in the condenser, this condenser is called the Levy condenser, and then inside this one inlet here, this inlet present. By this inlet we will put the cold water. This cold water condenses the vapor of the water into the liquid form, and this outlet present here. By this outlet we can remove the hot water, because in the cooling procedure the cold water will change into the hot water. So we will drain the hot water by this outlet, and again we will put the cold water. So this cold water condenses the vapor of the water into the liquid form. So by this method we can get the pure water in a particular container we can collect the pure water in another container, and here the solid substance those are present in the tap water, these will remain in the distillation flask. So by this method we can recover the solid substance and the liquid substance. So here solid substance remain in the distillation flask, and the liquid substance we will collect in another container. So in the example of tap water, we know that tap water, here water present, different type of solid substance are present. So by this method we will take the tap water in the distillation flask. This is made by the glass distillation flask, and we will give the temperature more than 100 degrees Celsius, because we know that water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. So little bit more than the 100 degrees Celsius, because here some solid substance are present. So here all the water molecules will change into the vapor form in the gaseous form. So these water molecules in the gaseous form will pass from the delivery tube, and here one condenser present. This is called the Levy condenser, and this condenser condenses the vapor of the water into the liquid form. So here in a particular container we can collect the pure liquid water. So here only pure water present in the pure form. So because by this method only water will change into the vapor form, because water, this is the volatile substance, and this change into the gaseous form when we give the temperature 100 degrees Celsius. So here if we give the temperature little bit more than the 100 degrees Celsius, the water will change into the gaseous form. These will pass from the delivery tube. Here one condenser here present. So this condenser condenses the vapor of the water into the liquid form. So here we will get the pure liquid. And next topic, separation of liquid mixture. So in the separation of liquid mixture, we know that there are two types of liquids: miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids means those mix with each other. Those liquids mix with each other. And immiscible liquids means liquids those are not miscible, means not mixed with each other. So here miscible liquids means those liquids mix with each other, and the immiscible liquids means those miscible cannot mix with each other. So in this way here we can separate these two type of liquid. So for the miscible liquids we take the fractional distillation method. We use the fractional distillation method. In the fractional distillation method, suppose that for example of miscible liquids, alcohol and water. So here alcohol and water, we know that totally mixed with each other, and we can separate the alcohol and water with the help of the fractional distillation method. So here in the fractional distillation method, same thing just like the distillation method, but here one modification here. In this modification, that accelerating columns are present, like in this manner. Accelerating column is present here. So here we can see same thing distillation cost, and here one thermometer present here, and the mixture of water and alcohol. And if we take the alcohol, ethyl alcohol, so we know that alcohol and water totally mix with each other. So these are the miscible liquids. Means water totally mixed with alcohol, alcohol mixed with the water. So in this way, this is the mixture of alcohol and water. So by heating here also, and we know that alcohol, ethyl alcohol, boiling point 78 degrees Celsius, and water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. So in this way here, this method based on the difference in boiling point. So this method based on the basis of the difference in boiling point. So here difference in boiling point we can see here ethyl alcohol boiling point 78 degrees Celsius and water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. So here if we give the temperature about 78 degrees Celsius, 78 degrees Celsius, and here little bit more we can take 80 up to this 80 degrees Celsius. So in this way here all the ethyl alcohol will change into the vapor form, and this ethyl alcohol will pass from the flagellating column, and here by this here this will pass from the Levy condenser. This is the Levy condenser, and here we know that we will keep the water in this cold water. This is the outlet. By this outlet we can remove the hot water, and in another container we will get the pure ethyl alcohol. So here by this method we can see here first of all we have taken the water and alcohol mixture. These are the miscible liquids. These mix with each other, and by heating here one thermometer is given, and here ethyl alcohol boiling point we know that 78 degrees Celsius, water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. If we heat this about means up to the 78 degrees Celsius, little bit more we will take. Means 80 degrees Celsius we can take 81. So in this way all the alcohol molecules will change into the vapor form, and these will pass from the flagellating column. And what is the use of the flagellating column here? Flagellating column, in this column, that sometimes the alcohol molecules associated with the other impurities. So here the alcohol will pass into the vapor form, and the other impurities, these are non-volatile substances. Means when the vapor of the alcohol molecules change into the vapor form, so sometimes these alcohol molecules associated with some non-volatile impurities, and these impurities will settle down in these columns. So in this way this is very helpful for getting the pure component. So here if any impurities are present in the vapor of the alcohol, means vapor of the alcohol associated with some impurity, so these impurities will settle here. So in this way, and also this may possible that when the more amount of the alcohol, so little bit water molecules also associated very less in amount with this molecule. So these water molecules will settle down because the temperature of the water, boiling point of the water, we know that 100 degrees Celsius. So only the alcohol molecules will pass from this tube, and this will pass from the Levy condenser, and Levy condenser we know that this condenses the vapor of the liquid into the pure liquid form. So here when the vapor of the alcohol will pass from this, so this you will get in the liquid form in another container. So here pure alcohol we will get. This is the ethyl alcohol. So by this method we can separate the ethyl alcohol and water. This is the example here, because we know that ethyl alcohol and water totally mix with each other. This is the example of miscible liquids. So miscible liquids we can separate by the fractional distillation method. In the fractional distillation method, this is the modification of the distillation method, and here one fractionating column present here. So what is the use of the fractionating column? When the ethyl alcohol change into the vapor form, so sometimes the molecules of the ethyl alcohol associated with the impurity. These impurities may be the solid substance. These impurities may be sometimes that little bit molecules, means some molecules of water molecules also associated. When the more amount of the alcohol presents some water molecules, so we know that alcohol, water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. So when this vapor pass from this column, so here water boiling point 100 degrees Celsius, so this will settle due to the column, and only the alcohol molecules will pass from this leaving tube, and here this will pass from the fractionating column. This will pass from the leaving condenser, and this leaving condenser condenses the vapor of the alcohol into the pure liquid form, into the pure alcohol form, and this pure alcohol we can collect in another container. So by this method we can separate the water and alcohol. And here water present, and means water remain in the distillation flask, and the alcohol we will collect in another utensil. And in the same manner, if we give, after that, if we give the temperature of water, means if we give the boiling point of the water 100 degrees Celsius, then water will change into the vapor form, and we can collect in another container. So in this method, by this method, we can separate the alcohol and water in the separate container. And next, here immiscible liquid. So here for the immiscible liquid, we will use the separating funnel. So here separating funnel for the separation of immiscible liquids. So here separating funnel. This is given in your this figure given in your book in activity card. So here separating funnel means this is useful for separating the immiscible liquids. For example, kerosene oil and water. So if we mix the kerosene oil and water, then after some time we will get the two separate layer. Means by mixing the kerosene oil and water, so two separate layer we will get, kerosene oil layer and the water layer. So here that liquid, the liquid having the density less, means lighter liquid, you will get, this will form the upper layer. Lighter liquid forms the upper layer, and the heavier liquid forms the lower layer. So here this is the apparatus separating funnel, and like in this manner, the figure here. So here is the activity third, separating funnel method here given. So here activity third we can see aim to separate a mixture of kerosene and water. So here first we will put the kerosene oil and water. This is the separating funnel instrument. And here materials required a mixture of kerosene and water, a separating funnel, a tripod stand, a beaker. So in this we will get the two layers. That first layer here kerosene is upper layer, kerosene layer, and the second layer we will get the water. So we know that here kerosene lighter than water, so this kerosene will form the upper layer, and water is heavier than the kerosene, so this forms the lower layer. And here we can see that one stopper pellet. So by this slowly we will drain the liquid material. Slowly we will drain the liquid material. So when we can see here upper layer kerosene and the second layer water. So here one stopper present. We will open the stopper and slowly we will open the stopper. And by opening the stopper, the liquid material comes out. And we will collect in a particular container. So here when all the water collected means all the water means no any water remain, no any water should be remain in this separating funnel. We will see because this is made by the glass and we can see the layers kerosene layer and water layer. So in this way when all the water collected, then we will stop the stopper. We will close the stopper. So by this method we can separate the water in this container, and kerosene in the separating funnel. So here this is very useful for separation of immiscible liquids. So here this separating funnel, this is made by the glass, we can see, and here in this we will take the immiscible liquid. And we can see the oil and the water there properly because this is made by the glass, transparent glass. And here one stopper present. We will open the stopper. Then the liquid material comes from the separating funnel, and we will collect in the particular container, in another container. So we can see here this is the water layer, this is the lower layer water, and the upper layer kerosene. And if we open the stopper, then water molecules come out. So when all the water collected in the another container, then we will stop the stopper. So kerosene here in the separating funnel, this kerosene remain, and the water we can collect in another container. Means in another container water present, and in the separating funnel kerosene. So by this method we can separate the kerosene and water. So water here we collected in the another container and kerosene remain in the separating funnel. So here activity third is completed. And if we see the here fractional distillation. So fractional distillation method is useful for the separation of miscible liquids, and this method we can separate the immiscible liquids. Separating funnel, this is useful for separation of the immiscible liquids. Fractional distillation method, this is also useful for the separation of petrol, diesel, kerosene from the crude oil. This method, fractional distillation method. Also we can use the separation of petrol, diesel, kerosene from the crude oil, petroleum crude oil. We know that here different type of substance are present, petrol, diesel, kerosene. So we can separate by the fractional distillation method. And here this separating funnel, this apparatus is very useful for the separation of immiscible liquids. So here this chapter completed. All the questions answers you have to write in the copy. Thank you. Have a nice day.